Hello and welcome. I am Big Joe the Storyteller, and today we're going to have a Halloween show. We're going to tell you some spooky stories. Now they're going to be spooky, but not too scary. We don't want to scare you too much, but we do want to have you have a lot of fun, and we want to have you be very spooked out, and we want to have a good time. And in this story, there is going to be some ghosts. Oh, there's a ghost right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's going to be some pumpkins. Oh, look at that. There's a pumpkin right there. There's going to be possibly some bats. Ah, there's all my bats. Look at all my bats right there. Ah. And we're going to have a haunted house. Ah, oh, look at that. There it is. It's going to be a very fun and very spooky kind of a show. And it starts right now. Now, our very first story is a story about Halloween. And I like Halloween very much because I'm a storyteller. And as a storyteller, I love telling Halloween stories. In fact, that's what we're doing right here. And the other thing I like about Halloween is 1 week away from my birthday. My birthday is 1 week after Halloween, exactly 1 week. And so I know when Halloween comes in 1 more week, it's going to be my birthday. And so this story is about Halloween and a little bit about my birthday. This story is called Glue Stew. And here it comes. Once upon a time, late on Halloween night, I got up to get myself a midnight snack. I was going to have something delicious. I was going to get myself maybe a piece of chocolate cake. And so I went down into my kitchen. And when I did, I heard a very strange noise outside. I said, what was that? And all of a sudden, there was a knock at my door. I said, who could be calling me this late at night? And so I went to the door and I said, who is it? But nobody answered. And so I opened up the door, and there, right there, sitting on the doorstep, was a plant. I said, who put a plant on my doorstep? Who did that? I said, oh, wait, you know what? Somebody probably put it there for my birthday. Like I said, my birthday is 1 week after Halloween, and I figured somebody gave it to me for my birthday. And it was very nice. It had a very nice plant pot, very nice leaves, and very nice vines. So I put it on the table, and I went to get myself a piece of chocolate cake. And I put it on the table, and I went to get something to drink. What should I drink at my chocolate cake? Ooh, milk. Milk is very good to have with chocolate cake. So I went to get some milk, and as I did, the plant went... And I got back and the chocolate cake was gone. I said, hey, who ate my cake? Was it you? Did you do it out there? I'm looking right at you. Did you do it? No, you couldn't have. You know, maybe I just forgot. I'll get myself something else. I'll get a piece of pie. So I went and got myself a big old piece of pie, and I put it on a plate and I put it on the table. And I went to get something to drink with my pie. What should I drink with my pie? Ooh, apple juice. Apple juice is very good to get with pie. So I went to get some apple juice. And as I did, the plant went... I got back and the pie was gone too. Who ate the pie? Who did it? Did any of you out there do it? Did you see who did it? Who could have eaten my pie? Who did it? Well, you know what? I probably just forgot. I'll get some cookies instead. I like cookies. So I went to get myself some chocolate chip cookies, put them on a plate, put it on the table. And I went to get something to drink with my chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, chocolate milk. Chocolate milk is the best thing ever. It is the best invention ever. The only reason why we invented the wheel is so we could drive and go get more chocolate milk because it is that good. And so I went to get the chocolate milk. And as I did, the plant went... I got back. I said, now, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. I know I put the cookies over there. I said, I wonder what happened to them. And all of a sudden, the plant went... burp. I said, hey, that's very rude. And the plant said, excuse me. I said, wait a minute. Plants don't go burp. I said, wait a minute. Plants don't say, excuse me. I said, oh no. And the plant opened his mouth and he said, I'm gonna eat you up. Now, I was the hero in this story, and I did what every hero should do. I tried to run. Ah! I ran, tried to go, but the plant took his vine and it grew. Wrapped around the door, couldn't get out. Tried to go out the window, but the plant took his vine and it grew. And went around the window, and the plant said, I'm gonna eat you up. And the plant got closer and closer and closer and closer. And he was just about to eat me up. This is not good. When all of a sudden I got a good idea and I said, wait. I said, wait just a minute. I said, you don't want to eat me up. And he said, yes, I do. I said, no, you don't. He said, if you eat me up, how boring of a meal is that? I said, how about if I make you a full meal? So what do you mean? I said, well, I can make you some cheese and crackers. Then I can make you some salad. Then I'll make you my world famous stew. And then you could eat me for dinner. And the plant said, ooh, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, let's do that. And so he went and sat at the table. I said, all right, I'm going to make the cheese and crackers now. And I sliced up the cheese and put it on the crackers. And I threw it to him. Ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. Burp, no burping. Burp, stop it. It's very rude. Burp, yep. Stop being rude. Okay. I said, all right, now I'm going to make some salad. So I got the ingredients for my salad. I got some lettuce. Lettuce is good for salad. I got tomatoes. Tomatoes is very good for a salad. Tomatoes are good. I got cucumbers. Yep, cucumbers are good for a salad. I got some peppers, some onions, and I tossed it all up. La, 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 la. Oh, we need some salad dressing. Got some salad dressing. Bloop, 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 bloop. And I mixed it all together, and I gave it to him, and he ate it up. Hey, don't do that. That's very rude. You cannot be rude to our friends. Those are our friends out there. We need to not be rude. Okay. This is not good. Stop it. Please, biting. Stop. Out, out, out. Bad plan. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Sorry. Excuse me for a second. I gotta get him off. Stop it. Bad plan. I said, all right. Now I'm going to make you my world famous stew. And so I went in and I got a great big pot. I filled it full of water and I put in some salt and some peppers and some mushrooms and some onions and some carrots and some peppers. And I started to mix it up. And then when the plant wasn't looking, I went under the counter and got a big thing of big white sticky glue. And I poured it in, bloop, 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 bloop. And I mixed it all together, shlump, shlump, shlump. And I gave it to him. I said, here you go. And he said, all right. And so he started to eat the stew. And as he did, his lips stuck together. Hey, something's wrong here. What's wrong? I can't open my mouth. What? I can't open my mouth. I'm sorry, what was that? I can't open my mouth. I said, oh, you can't open your mouth. Well, you know why you can't open your mouth? Because I put glue in your stew and you are stuck together. I said, seeing as you won't be eating me up, I guess you'll be leaving. So I took the vines off the door and off the window and I wrapped them all around him. And I took them and I put them in a box. And I wrote on the box, to Alaska, where it's nice and cold. And I put a whole bunch of stamps. And I went outside and mailed it in the mailbox. And I went back home and I locked the door tight. And I had some cake and some pie and some cookies. And I was happy. And I had a very, very happy Halloween. And that is the end. There we go. On to our next story. Now, our next story, from where you are, right there where you are watching this video, whether it's at home or school or somewhere else, you can help me out with this next story. This next story is about something I like. It's about pumpkins. There's my pumpkin. Hey, we could go a little spooky than that. How about some spooky pumpkins? Ready for some spooky pumpkins? Here we go. Ready? Let's see. Whoa. That was pretty spooky. And this is weird. This is the weirdest thing I found here. I don't know what that is. It's a pumpkin going trick-or-treating with a pumpkin basket. It's just weird. But this is about pumpkins because I like pumpkins. And this is a story about a boy who likes pumpkins. Now let me get ready. There we go. In position for my story. We're ready. This story is called Big Pumpkin Seeds. Now, once upon a time, there was a boy. And the boy loved this time of year. He loved the fall, when it got nice and cool and the leaves changed colors. He loved going out and playing in the fall. He loved when the leaves would fall and he'd get to play in the leaves, but he loved pumpkins. Oh boy, did he love pumpkins. He loved everything about pumpkins. He liked making jack-o'-lanterns. You can see the jack-o'-lanterns back there on my back wall. He loved to make pumpkin pie. He loved to make things with pumpkin spice, although let's face it, there are way too many things with pumpkin spice. Way too many. But what he loved most of all, my friends, he loved pumpkin seeds. He loved to take those pumpkin seeds with his mom and roast them in the oven and put on some salt and eat them up, and they were delicious. He waited every year so he could have those pumpkin seeds. He loved them very much. Well, one day, right near Halloween, he went to the top of a very big hill, and on top of that very big hill, there was a very big pumpkin, and the pumpkin was this big. It was a very, very, very big pumpkin. And he said, look at that pumpkin. Look at that pumpkin. That is the biggest thing I've ever seen. He said, I'm going to cut that pumpkin open and I'm going to take all the great big pumpkin seeds. And all of a sudden, the boy heard a voice. And the voice said, what did you say? The boy said, who said that? And then he heard the voice again. What did you say? The sound was coming from the pumpkin. And the pumpkin said, you're going to cut me open? You're going to take my pumpkin seeds? Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to get you. And all of a sudden, the pumpkin started to rock back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the pumpkin snapped from its vine and started to roll down the hill. Now you guys can help me roll by going just like this. It rolled and 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 it rolled. Well, when the boy saw that, he started to run. Now you can help me run by going just like this. Very good. He ran and 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 he ran. Well, the boy needed to find a place to hide. And he looked and he looked and he saw a great big tree. Now here's how I make a tree. Everybody take your arms, put up like that, and spread your fingers like the branches of the tree. Very good. And he hid behind that tree. And he waited and waited, and that pumpkin came rolling. It rolled, and 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 hit right into the tree, and the tree went smash. Oh no. And the boy started to run. Let's run. Here we go. He ran, and 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 he ran. Well, that pumpkin came rolling. You know what? It was rolling even faster. Let's roll even faster. Ready? It rolled and 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 it rolled. Well, boy needed to find a place to hide. He really did. And he looked and he saw a great big brick wall. Now here's how you make a brick wall. Everybody cross arms like this. And let me see you look mean and serious like this. Ooh, that's very good. And he hid behind that brick wall, and that pumpkin came rolling. It rolled and 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 it rolled, hit right into the brick wall, and the brick wall went smash. And the boy started running. Let's run. Here we go. He ran and 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 he ran. Well, that pumpkin came rolling. You know what, friends? It was rolling even faster. Let's roll. Here we go. It rolled and 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 it rolled. Well, boy needed to find a place to hide. And he looked and he saw a great big house. And here's how you make a house. Everybody take your arms and make them like the roof of the house, just like that. That's very good. And he hid behind that house. And that pumpkin came rolling. It rolled and 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 it rolled, hit right into the house, and the house went smash. When the boy saw that, he started to run. Let's go. He ran and 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 he ran. Well, that pumpkin came rolling. And you know what, friends? Oh yeah, you know, it was rolling even faster. Let's roll even faster. Ready? It rolled and 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 it rolled. Well, boy needed to find a place to hide, and he looked. He couldn't find anything. He looked that way. He looked that way, but he couldn't find anything at all. But there at the bottom of the hill, there was a cow. And here's how you make a cow. Everybody take your fingers, put it side of head like that. On the count of three, you're going to go moo like a cow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And he hid behind that cow. And that pumpkin came rolling. It rolled and 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 it rolled. Well, that cow was very angry, because the cow didn't want to see the pumpkin hurt that boy, because that was a very nice boy. So the cow put her head down and her horns up. So put your head down and your horns up. Very good. And she waited and she waited. And that pumpkin came rolling. It rolled and 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 it rolled. When it got really close, the cow took her horns and poked him into the pumpkin. Ready? Poke! And then she flipped her head in the air. Let's flip our head in the air. Ready? Flip! And she threw that pumpkin up, and the pumpkin went up and up and up and up and up. And then it came down and down and down and down and down, and hit the ground, and the pumpkin went smash. And the pumpkin was gone, and the boy was safe. And he went around front and gave the cow a great big kiss. Well, he took his bucket and he filled the bucket up with the piece of pumpkin and brought it into his house to his mama. And him and his mama, they took those pieces of pumpkin and made them into pumpkin pie. And they took those pumpkin seeds and they roasted them up to make them taste good. Well, he brought that pumpkin pie over the cow because the cow had saved the day. And the cow got to eat that pumpkin pie, and the boy got to eat all those great big pumpkin seeds. And that is the end. There we go. All right. On to story number 3. Now, our next story is a story about a monster. Now, I have some monsters in my thing here. That's pretty monstrous there. Do you want to see something really scary? All right, get ready. Get ready. This is the scariest one I have. This is the scariest one. Don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared. Whatever you do, don't get scared. Here's the scariest one I have. That's a hopping duck. I don't know what that was. No. We're going to do. All right, get ready. This time for real. Here comes the scary thing. Are you ready? You ready for the scary thing? Here you go. Get ready. On 3, 2, 1. Ready? Ah! That was pretty scary. That was pretty bad. And it's going to get a little bit spookier later on in the show. In fact, my very last story today, when we get to our last story, I have a story that is spooky and disgusting. Oh boy. I hope you're ready for something that's spooky and disgusting. It's coming up. It's coming up. But this next story is kind of cute and spooky. This is a story about a monster. And specifically my monster Ugg. No, you can't tell it in monster language. You have to tell it in English. Okay. Hello, friends out there. How are we doing? Hello, welcome to the show. I am Big Joe. You're not Big Joe. What? You're my monster. You're in the story, but I'm telling the story. Me tell story? No, I have to tell the story. I'm the storyteller. Me storyteller? No, you're not storyteller. I'm telling the story. You want to tell story? No, you're going to be in the story, but you have to help me. Okay, we have to get through this story. This is a story of monster Hiccups. Monster Hiccups? Yes. We have to introduce you to our friends. Introduce to friends? Yes. Hello, friends. Stop it. This is my monster. His name is Ugg, named after the expression, not the really weird boots. He has purple fur. You have purple fur. Yep. He has a big nose. You have big nose. Yep. He has 3 eyes. Me looking at you. Me looking at you. Ooh, hello, everybody. Oh, I'm very close. Hello. He has 2 big teeth. Ah, very good. And he has little arms and little legs. Yep. And me cute. You're not cute. Me cute. You're not cute. Me very cute. You're not cute. Me very cute. You're not cute. Me cute. All right, fine. You're cute. Me cute. Stop. This is a story called Monster Hiccups. Once upon a time on Halloween morning, my monster Ugg woke up and he had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. When he went to brush his teeth, he had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. When he went to wash his face, he had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. When he went to eat his breakfast, he had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. All day long, no matter what he did, no matter where he went, he had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. Well, he was very sad because that night he went to his friend's Halloween party and he still had the hiccups and didn't know what to do. Well, all of his friends were very helpful and they tried to help him. The vampire tried. The vampire said, hey, if you want to get rid of the hiccups, all you have to do is drink something like water or juice or blood. Oh. And so he drank lots of water, lots more water, a whole bunch of water, but he still had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. The witch came. And the witch said, hey, if you want to get rid of those hiccups, you need to hold your breath until you turn green, like me. And so he held his breath. He held his breath for a long time. He held his breath for a very, very long time. But he still had the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. Well, the werewolf came. And the werewolf said, hey, if you want to get rid of those hiccups, you need to eat something like candy or meat An audience member. That person right there. Yes, you right there. Oh, me eat the audience. No, 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 no. Me eat the audience. No, you do not eat the audience. Why? What did we say if you eat the audience? Bad for business. Exactly. It's bad for business if you eat the audience. Me eat you. You can't eat me. Me eat you. You can't eat me. Okay, please stop trying to eat me. Okay, come on. Look, give me my finger. Okay, give me the rest of my finger. Thank you. Ow! Give it back. Give it back. Thank you. Don't do it again. Me eat Joe's finger. Don't eat Joe's finger. No, give it back. Thank you. Ew. Well, he ate and he ate and he ate and he ate and he ate, but he still had the hiccups. Hiccup. Well, the skeleton came. The skeleton said, hey, if you want to get rid of those hiccups, you need to stand in your head like this. And he took off his head, stood on top of it. Ta-da! And so he tried. He stood on his head. Whoa. Audience upside down. The audience is upside down. No, you're upside down. What? You're upside down. The audience is right. They're the right way. They're fine. Audience is upside down. Get over there. Look. Whoa. Hello, audience. Well, he stood on his head for a long time, but he still had the hiccups. Hiccup. Well, the mummy came, and the mummy said, hey, if you want to get rid of the hiccups, you need to spin around really fast. And so he spun around really fast. Me getting dizzy, keep spinning. He spun around really fast. Me really dizzy, keep spinning. He spun around really fast. Ah! Me dead, you're not dead. Me dead, you're not dead. Me dead, you're not dead. You're talking to me. Me zombie, you're not a zombie. Brains, stop it. Brains, please stop. Brains, stop. Brains. Get off my head. Get up. You have no brains. Stop it. I have a brain in there. You eat brain? No, you don't eat brains. You're not a zombie. Okay. He spun and he spun and he spun, but he still had the hiccups. Hiccup. Well, the ghost came. I told you there was going to be ghosts. And the ghost came floating in. The ghost said, hey, everyone knows if you want to get rid of the hiccups, you need to scare them out of you. And so they all tried to scare him. The vampire tried. Blah! The witch tried. The werewolf tried. Arr! The skeleton tried. Arr! The mummy tried. Arr! But nothing seemed to work. He still had the hiccups. Hiccup. Well, the ghost thought, and the ghost got a very good idea. The ghost flew up into the attic, flew up into a box, and he went into that dark, dusty box. And when he came out, he came down with something, and he gave it, and he put it out. And he came down with a great big mirror, and he showed it to the monster. And when the monster saw his own monstrous face, the monster went, ah! And it scared the hiccups right out of him. All right. And they had a wonderful, wonderful party. They danced. They ate. They drank. They had lots of fun. And at the end of the night, the monster went, burp, burp, burp. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother Halloween. And that is the end. Now, we have made it to our last story. And I have told you that our last story, which this one is going to be spooky and disgusting. I hope you're ready. I hope you are all out there ready. Are you ready? It's going to be spooky and disgusting. Get yourself brave. Get yourself ready, because this one has a haunted house. There it is. And our last story is a very spooky and disgusting story. It's called I'm Gonna Get Ya. Once upon a time, there was a man, and the man was coming home from a long road trip, and he talked to his wife, and his wife said to him, did you pack all your stuff? And he said, uh-huh. She said, did you make sure you got all your things together? And he said, uh-huh. She said, did you make sure that you have enough gas in the car? And he said, uh-huh. Did he have enough gas in his car? Nope. Didn't listen to his wife. And so he was driving home, And it was nighttime. It was very dark, and the wind had started to blow, and the rain had started to fall, and it was a cold and shivery night. And he was driving down an old dirt road, and all of a sudden his car went ka-chung, ka-chung, whoa. And then it went ka-chung again, ka-chung, whoa. And he looked, he was out of gas. Oh no, he couldn't go anywhere. His car wouldn't move. Well, he tried his phone. He tried to get a signal on his phone, but no signal. He said, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So, well, you know what? I'll just stay in the car all night, and tomorrow I'll try to find a tow truck. And so he lay back against the seat and tried to get some rest. But it was very cold out there and very shivery, and he was getting a shiver as he sat there. And he said, oh, I don't know if I could spend the whole night in this car. I don't know what I'm going to do. But then he looked across the road, and there was a house. And in the window of the house, there was a light on. He said, oh, good, somebody's up. Maybe I could ask if they could call a tow truck, or maybe I could ask if I could spend the night. And so he went out, and he went across the road, and the rain was coming down, and he got through the rain. He got to the door, and he knocked on the door. And nobody answered. And so he knocked again. But nobody answered again. He said, hello, I need some help. My car doesn't have any gas. I need some help. Hello. And all of a sudden, the door opened in front of him. He looked inside, and it was dark and dusty and dirty. It looked like nobody had lived there for a very long time. He said, well, you know what? If nobody's here, I guess they won't mind if I spend the night. And he walked inside. And as he did, the door shut behind him. Shunk. Said, oh, that was just the wind. And he went on over, and there was a couch in the middle of the living room. And so he moved away the dust, and he rolled up his jacket like a pillow, and he lay down on the couch to try to get some rest. And all of a sudden, he heard a noise. He said, oh, that's probably just a mouse. And so he lay back down, and he heard another sound. Hump, hump, hump. He said, oh, that's probably just the wind blowing the shutters. That's all that is. And he lay back down again, and he heard another sound. Drip, 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 drip. He said, oh, that's probably just a leak in the roof. And he lay back down. And when he did, he heard another sound. Now, it wasn't a mouse. It wasn't a shutter. It wasn't a leak. It was a voice. And the voice said, I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. He jumped up and he said, wait. I know what that is. It's just my imagination. That's all it is. I was just imagining things. I'm in a dark house. It's spooky. It's scary. I'm fine. So he lay back down. And when he lay back down, he heard that voice again. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. And he jumped up. Now the sound was coming from that way. So he went that way. He went down a hall, a long, dark hall. And there were spider webs all down that hallway. And he went through all the spider webs. Ooh, he got through. And when he got to the end, he said, where did that sound come from? Then he heard the voice. And the voice said, I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. It was coming from behind him. There was a set of stairs, so he went up those stairs. He went up all those dark, creaky steps. And when he got to the end, the hallway went that way and that way. And he said, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Then he heard the voice, and the voice said, I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. It was coming from that way, so he went that way. He went down a long, dark hall, and there was a door, a great big door. And he said, oh, where am I going to go? Should I go in that door? And then he heard the voice behind him, and the voice said, I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. And he opened up the door, and he went inside, and the light was on. Thank goodness the light was on. And he went away, and there was a dresser, and he pushed the dresser against the door. And there was a chair, and he pushed the chair against the dresser, and he pushed it all there. And he said, all right, I'm safe. As long as I'm here, I'm safe. Then he heard the voice. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. I'm going to get you. Then I'm going to eat you. And the sound was coming from right behind him. And he turned around slowly. And there behind him was a door. Now, even though he was scared, even though he was terrified, part of him had to know what it was. And so he went across the room and he grabbed hold of that doorknob, very shaky and very shivery. And he started to turn and he heard the voice, and the voice said, "I'm gonna get you, then I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna get you, then I'm gonna eat you." And he turned the doorknob and he opened up the door. And when he did, there stood a man with very long fingers. And the man had one of those long fingers shoved right up his nose. And the man said, "I'm gonna get you, then I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna get you, then I'm gonna eat you." And he picked out a big booger. And you know what? He ate it too. Ah! That's horrible. And that right there is the end of my spooky and disgusting story. I told you it was going to be disgusting. He ate a booger. Ew. Well, that is the end of our show. And I hope you enjoyed all the stories. I hope you enjoyed the spookiness. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed all of the fun. And I hope that you all have a very, very happy Halloween. That is the end.